The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. Around 10 minutes ago, a massive earthquake occurred near Mount Saint Helens. This earthquake has possibly triggered volcanic activity inside of Mount Saint Helens. For safety reasons, the United States Geological Survey has asked all residents around Mount Saint Helens to stay away from Mount Saint Helens and to prepare to evacuate in case of any eruption. The United States Geological Survey says that any eruption is not likely, but it can't be ruled out at this time. Due to this, all residents in these listed areas should be prepared to evacuate in case of any eruption. Castle Rock, Longview, Ridgefield, and Packwood. If your area was listed, please do the following. Prepare an evacuation kit. This kit should include non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio, preferably one with an alert indicator. If an evacuation order does go into effect, have a safe place in mind. Please tune to news stations for official information on this dangerous situation. Immediate evacuation for Castle Rock and surrounding areas. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Washington State Police. This is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. At 2:20 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, the United States Geological Survey has stated that the earthquake that happened around 12 hours ago will indeed trigger an eruption of Mount Saint Helens within the next 12 to 24 hours. The United States Geological Survey, along with the Governor of Washington State, is asking all residents in the following areas to evacuate immediately. Castle Rock, Longview, Ridgefield, and Packwood. If your area was listed, evacuate to the nearest safe area away from Mount Saint Helens. The following areas are advised for people who evacuated from the listed towns previously mentioned: Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Oregon, Ruth, Washington, Tacoma, Washington, and Seattle, Washington. Evacuate to these areas now. Again, evacuate to these areas now. Bring all the family members in your household, including pets. Take important supplies with you such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged phone with phone chargers, blankets, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio, preferably one with an alert indicator. When you evacuate, tie any sort of white clothing or towel to your door to show authorities that you obeyed the evacuation order. If you cannot evacuate, do not use the towel or clothing. If you require assistance, call your local emergency hotline, as emergency service won't be available. Do not go near Mount Saint Helens, as you are putting yourself at risk for being killed. Please tune to news stations for official information about this dangerous situation. following message is transmitted at the request of the Seattle Police Department and the Washington State Police. Mount Saint Helens is still erupting, and a massive amount of ash has been reported all over the following cities: Seattle, Redmond, Tacoma, and Bellevue. If you are anywhere in the listed cities, please do the following. Close and lock all windows and doors, shut all Earthquake, earthquake, seek shelter now. 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 The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. Around 10 minutes ago, massive earthquakes occurred near Mount Rainier, Mount Baker, Mount Adams, and Mount Hood. These earthquakes have triggered volcanic activity inside of the listed volcanoes. For safety reasons, the United States Geological Survey has immediate evacuation for Seattle and surrounding areas. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Seattle Police Department, the Washington State Police, the Oregon State Police, and the United States Geological Survey. This is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. This is an update to the last alert issued around 1 minute ago. Multiple people have reported that Mount Rainier, Mount Baker, Mount Adams, and Mount Hood have erupted. However, these are yet to be confirmed. All those in the following cities should evacuate in case these volcanoes did erupt: Seattle, Washington; Tacoma, Washington; Puyallup, Washington; Olympia, Washington; Portland, Oregon; Vancouver, Oregon, and Salem, Oregon. Evacuate now. Again, evacuate now. Bring all the family members in your household, including pets. Take important supplies with you such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged phone with phone chargers, blankets, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio, preferably one with an alert indicator. When you evacuate, tie any sort of white clothing or towel to your door to show authorities that you obeyed the evacuation order. If you cannot evacuate, do not use the towel or clothing. If you require assistance, call your local emergency hotline, as emergency service won't be available. Do not drive near Mount Rainier, Mount Baker, Mount Adams, or Mount Hood, as these volcanoes have now been confirmed to have erupted. If you do, you are putting yourself at risk of being killed. Please tune to news stations for more information as it becomes available. We interrupt regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and radio stations will transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is KCRA. We will continue to serve the Sacramento metropolitan area. If you are not in this area, tune to news stations for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Sacramento metropolitan area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I say again, this is not a test. Please pay attention, as this contains information about an ongoing national crisis. Around 10 minutes ago, multiple sources reported a now confirmed eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano, the Long Valley supervolcano and the Val supervolcano. This eruption is a part of a chain of other eruptions in the past 9 hours. Some of the other eruptions that were previously mentioned were Newberry, Redoubt, Mount Baker, Mount Hood, Mount Shasta, Mount Adams, and Mount St. Augustine. As of now, it seems like the western part of the United States is a total loss, and it is currently unknown if other volcanoes are erupting around the globe. For all those in the mountain, central and eastern time zones are advised to seek an underground shelter now. If there is no such shelter, move to the lowest part of a building. Bring 1 month worth of supplies for you and your family. These should include non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, batteries, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio, preferably one with an alert indicator. Do not go outside for any reason, as you will expose yourself to toxic ash. Stay tuned for more information on this life-threatening situation.
Civil emergency. Around 15 minutes ago, the Yellowstone supervolcano erupted. The United States has confirmed the eruption, as it is going through more volcanic activity and eruptions. The same is happening in the western part of Canada, as Mount Garibaldi, Mount Kiley, and Mount Meager have also erupted. For all those that are living by Yellowstone, evacuate the area immediately. Take supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, and a battery-powered radio with extra batteries. Do not wait. If you stay, you are looking at certain death. Stay tuned for more official information from the Canadian government.
これ WA 全国的な警告です。富士山、阿蘇山、メアカン岳、恵山、磐梯山など13カ所 GA 全国 NI 噴火シーライマス。これ WA 生命を脅かす樹里です。すぐ NI 最寄りの避難所 NI 行っとください。飲料水、缶詰、食品、衣類、KYKY 遺品などの付随的なバス使用 TENI 入れましょう。すべての明確なサイレンが鳴るメイド、避難所を離れないでください。再び、富士山、阿蘇山、メアカン岳、恵山、磐梯山など13カ所 GA 噴火しました。今、安全な場所を探しましょう。
This is a worldwide broadcast alert request by the United Nations. This contains information about the ongoing volcanic eruptions in multiple countries. These countries include the United States, Canada, Indonesia, Japan, and Chile. It has been reported that the eruptions from the active volcanoes were so powerful, they reawakened the extinct one. And these volcanoes are causing even more destruction to other countries. Unfortunately, there is nothing that can be done to stop these eruptions, as there are too many volcanoes erupting at once. For those that are still alive, please gather with loved ones and share these final moments that you have left. The United Nations will conclude this message. God bless you all. Please join us as we play the Star-Spangled Banner for the final time.